bass line that you can't hear like in a regular radio that is just magic.
Huh. Fair enough.
Yeah, very good.
Like when I put an amp into Camry, I'll...
Hey guys, we're back.
Yeah.
Talking about amps and Camry, son. What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna tweet this out again to make sure folks know we're back on.
Oh yeah. Well, my car's got only two properly usable doors. So yeah.
What?
Balla.
Pimp shit.
Back on the air.
Ooh, sometimes, like, I love having my car because it's super reliable or whatever. But sometimes I kind of miss having a hoopty, like a car with a personality.
Yeah.
I feel like my car is like a plate of, like, just steamed rice and a glass of milk. Doesn't matter how much chocolate I pour into the milk. It's still just milk and rice. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, well, let's see. We never... Like, me and Jenny haven't christened the Subaru yet. Well, there's plenty of room in that back seat with tinted windows, and you figure I would have done that by now. But we did... when was the last time you had sex in a car, out of curiosity?
About a month ago.
About a month ago? Well done. It's been years.
I mean, I've only done it twice, but twice in my life. But yeah, it's once in my car, which is not fucking doable.
Hey,
It's not, dude.
so this is more like you were outside of the car while she was inside of the car.
No. We tried to do it in the back seat, and it was just I have like this little 4-banger.
You know when you peel open a can of sardines for the first time and they're all just packed nut to butt? Just
Yeah.
That's what it would be like trying to hump in Hamlin's car.
Yeah. It's bad. It's hard.
No. This episode brought to you by Chevy.
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 Ooh,
Not
love
the best
that
of fucking-
Aveo life.
Yeah. The car you buy and you regret looking it up on
Edmunds?
Yeah, just to see what kind of fucking recalls it has. Like, oh, cool, sweet.
You know, so I think the first week that me and Jenny were seeing each other, it was so awesome. That's when I knew she was something special. She was like, hey, my lunch break is coming up in a half hour, and I'm borrowing my friend's car that has tinted windows. Why don't you come fuck me?
Oh man, good for
And
you.
I was like,
sure.
okay.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, that's when I knew that girl was special.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You ever think this is one thing I always thought that was really strange about just people in general, when either men or women will start shaming a girl, but like, oh, she's just a slut, man. All she does is just want to fuck that. She's fucking whore, man. And you hear that, and I'm like, wow, why'd you say that? Like, dude, she just like fucks everybody. I'm like, really? What's her name and where is she right now? I'm just curious. Let's see. Do you think I have a shot? Yeah. But it was kind of weird because everybody wants to get laid, but it's so strange that they shame somebody for enjoying something that's so bizarre. You know, like like
I got no qualms with it. I don't judge like women that I met on that. I mean, plus at my age, man.
Right? I'd be more concerned about a chick that's only been with 2 dudes at my age. Like, how crazy are you?
Yeah, exactly. You mean you could find like more than 2 guys that want to fuck you? Like, you're men, right? Like,
you do have a vagina, right? I don't see any sign of an Adam's apple removal or anything. Like,
what do you do that's so horrible? Do you just like wait till you get on top of a dude and just start trying to shit on his balls? Is that
shit?
Just super toothy blowjobs.
Yeah,
super toothy
like,
blowjobs.
Do you take pictures of the dude's junk and then send it to his mom via Facebook? Like, what do you like? Is anything that would keep a dude from wanting to be from that girl? I don't know. But it's bizarre that that is actually, now that I think about it, that is
right. That's way scarier.
Yeah, because I haven't been in the dating scene obviously for years now, but when I was dating, like, you know, I usually dated gals either my own age or a little bit older. So at the time I was 35, so like 44 or something like that was like probably cut off. But yeah, they're like, oh, I've only had like 2 relationships. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'm like, let's back away from
I've been the last few women that I've dated have been around my age. Mm-hmm. One was a little older, one was a little younger, and then there's one that's around it's between like 25, 26 years old. Mm-hmm. Like I anyone who can't rent a car, no thank you. And like 40, you know, like I'm 35, I can't shit on 40-year-olds. It's right. You know,
yeah.
I'm fucking
women in their 40s are something special. Like,
they're champs.
They're absolutely. They're like there's an untapped resource, no pun intended, of this today's modern age, because something happens to women when they get in their early 40s where their little ovaries suddenly think that they're 16 again.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, it's time to go live life and everything. It's
Yeah.
mwah,
Yeah.
something special. Like, what was it? I was performing at Blush and Blue last week, and so funny because Jenny was there at the show. 2 of our friends from a chat room were there, and then of course my boss and his wife were there. So I brought like 5 people. I'm like, I'm the biggest draw in this room. Fuck this guy. And Mo Vito was featuring.
Yeah.
Oh, I always love watching her stuff.
Mo's the shit.
Oh,
Mo's awesome.
she's awesome. And her whole thing is a lot of that being just like in her 40s and single and stuff, and it's fucking hilarious. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool seeing it, like, and not like in a creepy cougar sort of way.
No, she's cool shit.
Oh yeah, she's basically like a dude with like who's insanely hot. That's the best way I could describe it. Which, by the way, Mo, if you ever want to come on the show, just let me know.
Now true feelings that day feels good.
Exactly.
Right.
No, she's a really good friend of mine. Like me and her talk a lot, and it's like she was the one that I talked to a bunch when my dad was going through his shit. So because her dad died, and she was basically giving me like this is how you're gonna feel. This is what's gonna happen. This is what you're gonna put up with. Like she's basically like telling me like whenever I'm having like a what the fuck moment, like why are they doing this?
Yeah.
Right.
She's the one that's like, hey, I went through this. I'm going through it now, kind of. This is what's going on. Here's how this is what's And I'm like, oh, well, fucking A,
Yeah, a lot of shit will come out of your left field on that. People react differently too, and everybody grieves differently. And
Yeah.
that's the big kicker.
Yeah.
But that's funny because this is not. I'm also looking at the PlayStation app, and it is not going up there yet.
What is going on here?
Yeah, I know.
What in the fuck, man?
Let's see.
Offline. There we are.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Welcome back to the show.
that was just
Actually,
PlayStation, I think.
Yeah, PlayStation. Good for you.
Yeah.
I miss my PlayStation.
I'm also good at 4 now. They're super cheap.
I mean,
they're gonna be cheap.
because the 5 is about to drop, right?
I didn't hear about that. I know they put like
Probably.
they put like a pro system out, like that has even better connection or a slightly faster processor. If you're going to be a pro gamer, I guess. I don't know what that means. Well, I should since this is on Twitch.
Yeah.
But I have no reason to actually check that out. And then Xbox put out another one. Another souped up version of the Xbox One. So I don't know. That Nintendo Switch looks really cool, though. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen one in person, but I've seen them on the internet.
Yeah, I have. To me, it just looked like the Wii or the new Wii
Right.
U or something. But then I was really taking a closer look at it and all the things you could do with it. So it's rather than think of it like a powerhouse like an Xbox One or a PS4, think of it as if you could take that console with you anywhere you go,
Yeah.
and then you could just set it up and still play games with other people. And so you could do that. And there's a lot of cool shit that you could do with it. And I'm like, oh, all right. So I don't know. But apparently those things, like if you try to go on Amazon right now, you're not going to find one for less than $500.
Yeah, no, because it's
They're very sought after, I guess. I don't know if Nintendo was one of those things like we're only going to put out 100,000 per month, and then wait for the demand to go up. So
Well, it's one of those things too where like
I'm just
Nintendo's
guessing.
kind of like one of those companies where in gaming that they don't do like the storyline stuff or any of that stuff. It's like arcadey kind of games,
oh yeah,
like
all about playing. you
yeah.
know?
Like I remember when the Wii came out and they didn't have Manhunt 2.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, hey, Manhunt 2. It was brutal. It got an M rating, a NC-17 rating.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So which means like Walmart's not gonna carry it, Target's not gonna carry it, GameStop won't carry it. So they had to like take some shit out of the game. But like Nintendo was like, no, we're not. You're not, because like you gotta like. Well, they had one. They put it out. I think a couple thousand copies of it on Wii. And in the game, you've got to like literally make the motion of cutting a dude's head off and all kinds of shit. And they're like, we can't.
Wow.
They made that choice a long time ago, back in the Super Nintendo days with Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
when they had it where instead of having blood, they made it look like it was sweat, which was like the stupidest thing
Or
ever.
slime or some shit.
Yeah, like Sub-Zero like goes in and reaches and like rips out a dude's heart, and the guy's Johnny Cage is like, oh, it's hot in here. Oh shit, like, he's sweating. And then there was Sega did the same thing, but they had the dollar code, down, up, left, or left, AR, right, down, something like that, and that would basically turn on the blood.
Oh man.
But you're still playing Mortal Kombat on a Sega Genesis, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I
it
never
still
had a
sucks.
Sega.
Oh, yeah.
That's my
I
first
went
thing.
from an 8-bit Nintendo. No, okay, so I went from a ColecoVision
Ooh.
Nice.
to an Atari 2800
Ooh.
Have one of those.
to an 8-bit Nintendo, straight to a PlayStation 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
I had an Xbox. I had just a regular Xbox for a while. Like someone gave it to me, and like I only liked one game on it, and I was like, all right, that's terrible. And then like 6 months before I got divorced, my ex-wife bought me a 360 for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I played it for like 6 weeks, and then it red ringed to death. Like it was brand new.
Ah.
I was like, that's gay.
That sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was-
never bothered like leaving the PlayStation franchise again after that. I just don't care.
I left place after PS2. That's when I got a 360 because Gears of War and stuff, and I dug the 360. I thought it was great, but most of the comics in town, when I was thinking of getting a new system again, most of them were on PS4. So I'm like, oh, I'll just get a PS4, and it was the Star Wars Battlefront thing. That's what
Oh,
got
yeah.
me sucked in. So yeah, that shit works, but. Fucking Gears of War, man. Chainsaws on machine guns. That game practically programmed itself. It was amazing. But what you were saying, you pretty much stuck with PS2, or
Yeah. No, I had a Nintendo. No, I had an Atari. I think 2600. That one was shit in the bed because it was like there's a fuse in it that kept them fucking blowing out.
Oh.
So we had to go out and go to like an automotive store, buy fuses, like those little like glass with two metal ends on it, like
Yeah.
they're tiny, like the size of like a fucking safety pin. And you had to buy that and replace it every time I had to fucking play the damn thing. But it was fun. and then I got a Nintendo from my grandma. Played that until God knows when. And then we ended up fucking me and my brother ended up getting like a Sega Genesis old school one, the big the big rectangle one.
Okay.
And we realized like we couldn't play the game because it would like start graphics would get all fucked up, and we figured out that it was an overheating issue. So we took the cover off the system, so it's this bare board and just, whatever, and then took about four encyclopedias on each side of it. Took our box fan, turned it upside down, so there's blowing air on top of it, and we would play that, and that's how we beat Sonic 2. Yeah, like me and him stayed up until like fucking 3 a.m. playing that game, and we did that shit forever. And then we saved some money, got a real like a functioning Sega Genesis, and then my buddy had a Super Nintendo. So sometimes we'd switch. He'd borrow mine, I borrow his, back and forth. And then I got a PS1, and that was it. I mean, I was PlayStation. I did have an Xbox. It was okay. I didn't mind it. I liked their whole save feature thing. Like you could save music on it and play it.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
that.
that was part was pretty cool.
I don't like the Xbox controller.
Well, that I
The
didn't mind
very
so much.
first one, it did just like trying to use a hubcap. It's fucking too big. And then they streamlined it, but now it's not that bad now. But I'm still like, no, PS2's the PlayStation controller is the jam. That's it.
Right.
And PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 2 is by far the best system ever made, as far as quality goes. Like I've had every one I've ever owned, I've only gotten rid of it because I was broke and I needed money.
My PS2, I mean, last I knew it still works.
Yeah.
Like it never faulted on me,
Yeah.
and I let Jeremy Benton borrow it a couple months ago because his 3 broke.
Ah. But the 2, I've never had a problem with it. Especially the big old school blocky one.
Oh yeah.
I had one of those for fucking forever. So and it worked fine. It worked completely okay. And then I got a PS3 just recently, I think like a year or so ago. And that's working okay, except for some of the shit doesn't work properly on it, but
I was crushed when mine died. I was so sad.
Oh, what happened? Just finally
I was
dropped out?
playing, and then fucking like it basically shut off. Like it shut itself off, and I was like, huh, that's weird. And it was like flashing the red, like where the power indicator is. It was flashing. So I hit it, and it shut off, and I hit it again, and it turned on, and then bing, 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 bing.
Oh,
And so I Googled it, and it's basically like the PlayStation equivalent to the Red Ring of Death.
Oh fuck.
Like I can go have it rebuilt or whatever for like $75, but then I'm like, do I just save and get a 4?
Yeah.
might as well. They're going down in price hard. Real
Yeah.
hard.
I would, dude. Oh, dude.
And then
fucking-
and they stopped making games for it too. So I mean,
Atari's coming out with a new system.
what?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I've only seen the box of it.
Really?
There's 2 of them. There's one that looks kind of futuristic, and there's
All right,
that
one kind of
the
looks
old
like
school.
Darth Vader inspired, and the other
Yeah.
one has the wood grain on front.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I'm
Right.
like, all right, let's see what kind of games you come out with, man, because it's
The
like,
thing that sucks though is they only show you the console. I don't know what the
Yeah.
controller looks like. I don't know what the game
That's the
catalog
thing.
is going to look
'Cause
like.
the Jaguar we think one of the last ones that
Oh,
came
yeah.
out. It was like having a fucking telephone pad.
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
was
they
weird.
look-
It was huge. It was like it was odd. It's like taking your old school fucking landline like block phone and trying to play a video game with it. It was,
That's basically what ColecoVision was, man,
Yeah.
because they basically use
It was
like,
just a 10 key.
it's fucking weird.
10 key, and they did have that weird circle pad that was like a precursor to the controller pad, and then yeah, that was freaking weird. I'm really curious to see what they come up with though, because I'm like, all right, let's get a new console in there. I don't know.
Hey,
I think they also like retro shit is now really big. Like,
Yeah.
Somebody got me like that's the one with all the dust on it that I played for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a Sega Genesis with a bunch of stuff in there.
But like, it's just
Nice.
it's in the controller though, right?
Oh no, it's in the little
Like the hub box thing.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
and then it'll
okay,
still
yeah,
play
yeah.
cartridges and stuff. But the weird thing is when it comes to like any type of retro, like I remember on the 360 they had the Sega collection, which the only reason I wanted it because it had Phantasy Star 4 on it. And you start playing it and you realize that like, man, these games really, like, some of them don't hold up, man.
Oh yeah.
Some of this isn't fun for me, so I don't know.
Like I have SimCity 3000, I think is what it's called. I love those kind of games, those fucking weird like SimCity games.
Yeah.
Not the Sims. Fuck the Sims. I'm talking like where you build a city.
Yeah.
And it's the old PlayStation 1 version. And I bought it on my PlayStation 3, and I could play it at my old place. But then I bought a new TV that was like HD, you know, and all that stuff. And now it's like I can't even. It's just all colors and blocks and shit because it's so low def that on the high def it looks like shit.
Sure.
It sucks too because I love that game.
Jeez.
I just miss Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Just blowing shit up on a daily basis.
right. Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? Because I am Street Fighter all day.
Yeah.
I go
Hell
Street
yeah.
Fighter.
Street Fighter.
The block button never worked out as well as I thought it was going to work. Because, I mean, like, you could hit an extra button or just hit go backwards and stuff and start playing. I don't know, it just didn't work.
There's one guy that I hate people using was E Honda only because when they start doing that whole arm thing like that fucking lightning thing, like it's a pain in the ass. I mean, you could sweep kick him and stop it, but yet there's you got to read it right and and he can hit you and then it's like fuck, you know.
You know what? I can't. The only game that I could still probably hang with now, even mildly, was like Soul Calibur. You know, that one was.
I never played that one.
Oh, that one I was pretty decent with. Like,
Ooh, Samurai Showdown. I played a grip of Samurai
the
Showdown.
first one and the second one I was good at. Man, if I tried to play anything with anything SNK, after that they only made games I think for like elite people who were into fighting games.
What about Tekken?
Tekken, I'm pretty badass at. I
never like I played it a couple times, but like
Well, it was weird. Like one of the things that made Street Fighter 2 really interesting. And check out the other videos when we actually do talk about stand-up, guys.
Yeah.
But there was different. The thing that made Street Fighter 2 so unique, they thought at the time, is because everybody had different play styles, right? So
Yeah.
like if you like to do charging like back and forth type stuff, then Blanca and E Honda were better characters for you.
Yeah.
Or if you like, quick movements and stuff like that, is that people who tend to play like a certain style would go with like Ken or Ryo or Ryo.
Oh yeah. Well, the American dude in that Japanese dude were basically the same character.
Yeah.
So,
Ken and Ryu.
But,
Right, yeah.
like Guile, which I fucking hated anybody.
That's the
who
army
played
dude,
Guile.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the army
Oh,
dude.
so good with him.
Oh, I fucking hated that stupid boomerang kick.
The guy that I loved was the Indian dude who could stretch out. I fucking loved
Oh,
using him.
Dawson, yeah.
Loved him.
Vega. I was good with Vega.
I think it was kind of messed
Yeah.
up when they started making boss characters as playable characters.
Which is funny because M. Bison is like one of the worst characters to use,
Yeah.
but he's the hardest guy to fight when like you play on the computer. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what or what was it, like at Soul Calibur? Like I was playing, a friend of mine from work many years ago, she always wanted to play Cervantes, which was the boss character.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm really good at this game. I'm like, you're using a fucking boss character. You do way more damage.
Yeah.
Your attack. This is god damn it. But I don't know, I still whooped her ass. But
It's like playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out with Mike Tyson.
yeah, exactly. You can imagine you're actually playing a fighting game with Mike Tyson and you start winning and he just looks over and like, fuck you, man, whack.
Have you seen the speed runs of those games, like Mario Brothers or Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and how fast they can beat the game? It's fucking insane.
Oh yeah, they do. There's a lot of those videos on here.
Like a dude beat fucking got all the stars and everything in Mario 64 in like an hour and a half, or something stupid like that. Yeah.
Well, I remember, two games I was good at back in the 8-bit days.
Yeah.
Because I had a Sega Master System. Because that's
Ooh.
yeah. My cousin had said, man, I didn't realize what a poor kid's video game system looked like, so I went to go visit my cousin. I felt bad for him because all I had to play was a Sega. But the Zillion 2, I know, takes exactly 30 minutes to beat. because I memorized every part of that game.
Yeah.
And like Alex Kidd in Miracle World, that game took 45 minutes to beat. And like after like Super Mario 3, if you do the quick run through,
Yeah.
you can do that. I think in 15 maybe or 10 minutes, or Super Mario 3 anyways. But I don't know. I asked somebody like one of the comics to Mike last week because I was excited for the Destiny 2 beta.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, is anybody else getting ready for the Destiny 2 beta? Anybody else pre-ordered it? And one of the comics is like, I ain't got time for that shit, man. And immediately was like, is that because you can't afford it, or is it? No, I should have said that.
That's my problem. I can't afford it. I bet. But
No,
like,
I should have. God damn it, that would have worked much better.
I to get back to what we were talking about way in the beginning of the show is like I get really annoyed and it's obnoxious to me when I hear comics being like, yeah, all the time. It's like, no, dude, you got to like stop and like smell the roses, do something with your life. Not fucking,
Oh, but how apeshit gung-ho were you about retarded shit when you were in your early 20s?
I was like married and shit, or I was dating a girl I was about to be marrying, so.
There you go. And how much commitment and time and effort did you put into that?
A lot.
Now, how many of these comedians are still going to be around in 6 years?
Well, I mean, if my ex-wife is an example, probably not.
I'm telling you, man. Think about it. Like, how many comics have you seen just drop to the wayside since you started? Like, out here.
A lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, I heard that Michael Carlick stopped doing it.
I think he's doing
Really? Because he was so fucking good.
I know, right? That's what I was like. I heard that as a rumor. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I'm like, fucking dude.
You know what? If he's still, because I know he spends time between New York and
That's
here,
the thing.
right?
I think he's doing. I think he's still in the entertainment stuff because he does stuff with like, who is it? The guy that runs the Casa something show. He's friends with Mesa. He's from Florida.
Oh, okay. Daniel.
Yep, Radcliffe.
Not Radcliffe.
Not Radcliffe. Yeah, Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter. He's
Nathaniel Ratcliffe.
Yeah.
Is it Bastille?
Is it Bastille?
Every song I don't know is Bastille. Like, we'll be in the car and I'll be like, is this Bastille? And Riley will be like, fuck you, shut up.
Yeah, that's come to think of it. The last time I ever saw Carlick was at your mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a bummer because that dude's stuff was always really smart. I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
did he just got tired of doing it out here?
I have no idea, but like he was so good and he's smart as fuck too.
My guess is he had the resources to get out of here and it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Look at Dylan Ames. Dylan Ames had the resources to get out of here. He honed for about a year and a half writing out here.
Yeah.
And then he was gone, man, because he has the resources to go wherever he needed to be.
Now he's like in New York and shit. He's doing big boy comedy shit.
Yeah.
I was confusing when you had Dylan Ames with Dylan Dean for a second. I'm like, what? Oh.
No, you're Dylan Dean, yeah.
He's a new comic.
He's going to be a fascinating character to
Yeah,
see
he is.
because he's already so cocky.
Yeah.
He's what, 18, 19?
19.
Oh, okay. That's good for him. I know he's got a mic that everybody talks about, the Los Tacos on a Friday.
No. You're thinking of
He's got DP Doe.
DP Doe,
Okay.
which is oddly like my mic, where it's just like
It
people
can
are.
be anything in there.
Yeah, it could anything be going. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
it's
I was
fun.
in there one night, and there was like 3 families in there, so there was like probably 5 kids under the age of 8 just running around by this foosball table.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, stop touching my dick! You know, like, I don't give
So
a
the word
fuck.
cunt, am I right?
If you're going to bring your kids to my open mic at 9 o'clock on a Friday night, you brought this on yourself.
Well, I always thought it was kind of strange. There's a couple of mics and stuff that are like on a Saturday on a 10 o'clock or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you figure they would have gone for a showcase, or I don't know why, or I don't know. I mean, first of all, props to them for actually doing it.
Here's why. Because anyone that's going to run a showcase that's worth anything is going to charge money so they can take care of their comics at the end of that showcase.
Right, yeah.
And if a bar's only got to pay you a couple bucks to host an open mic, and some of these suckers are doing it for free.
Yeah.
Yo.
I mean, you're technically on the clock, aren't you?
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So you are getting
Like,
paid.
you're not getting paid a grip, but you're still getting paid. And I'm willing to bet that some of these comics are just like, oh yeah, this is a chance for me to contribute to comedy as my open mic, and they don't get any money off of it. You know what I mean?
Which I guess for comedy is good, but from a showbiz point of view, that's probably, I mean, the business of it, maybe not the wisest thing. Because that's one of the, I'm going to hopefully see if I can get Chuck Roy back on here at some point, because I always love to listen to him when he talks about the business of everything. But, yeah, I don't know. One of my goals, I still hold the goal, when I was telling you guys back a while back, was I really want to rent out a theater and actually do a show there and find a way to. There's somebody in this chat room.
Hey, thanks for enjoying the show.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Did you put that on there?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like someone stole your name, dude. That's fucked up.
Yeah, nah. It's weird seeing it. So that's what life was like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
You guys, you remember like 30 seconds ago, man?
When I did the whole finger in the hand thing where I did
Oh
this?
wait, in 30 seconds it's gonna look like I'm crotch thrusting. Suck it.
Do the old fucking do this shit.
But no, I think that's. I mean, I still want to do that. I don't know if I haven't put a timetable on that goal yet, but I definitely want to try to see if I can start selling out a theater show out here. Just got to figure out how to do it in Denver because, I mean, I love doing the showcases. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it's kind of like, all right, we could be smarter about this. Like we've been doing this for long enough. I'm like, I know comedy is subjective and everything, but I feel I've been working on these jokes for about 4.5, 5 years. And, I want some money for it now.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of my goals in life to pay a month's worth of rent with my comedy money.
Yeah, or at least be able to afford a Big Mac and fries, maybe supersize it. That could be it too.
I go through spurts where
Ooh, probably almost like a fifth of my income is straight comedy right now.
Oh man, hey, a fifth? Man, I think mine's more like a 1/16.
mine are getting spurts. Like
I don't make a lot of money,
Yeah.
and I get paid pretty decent to host that Monday night mic.
Yeah.
Fair enough, man.
That's what I told him. I was like, dude, I'll totally come host your open mic, but that's a night that I can't work, so you got to make it worth my while.
That's freaking fair. You know, rather than being like, I'll do it for free. Like,
No, not like
something given has no value. Sadly, but people agree that it has no value. You know. Oh gosh, man. So, one of the things that we were talking about, like bringing this podcast to the live format and stuff here. What do you guys? Because your show's slightly like is on hiatus right now, right?
Yeah, I guess we need a studio now is what we're after.
Yeah, we're up to a studio.
The closest thing that I could come up with is you guys could do it here if you wanted to. We just got to set
we
up a
smoke
schedule
pot in here?
time. Yeah.
All right.
Like a grip a pot.
Yeah, like a lot. Like we're talking like throwing
You've been on our show before,
Oh,
Dave.
I
You
know,
know how
yeah.
much is going to
It's
go
like throwing a
down.
hay bale on a trash fire.
No, yeah. Well, Jenny was saying she needed to get more pot, anyways. I'm like, hey, I got an idea where I can save a little money.
Yeah, you're like,
Help out my
yo,
friends
Jenny,
at the
that's
same time.
ironic. My dick's called pot now. Yeah.
Hey, what do you know?
What
Huh?
do you know? Hey,
It's good for your body.
you want some of those Arizona Thunderfuck, huh? What's that?
Like it. I like it a lot.
Oh my god, that's the name of my first album. Arizona Thunderfuck.
Arizona Thunderfuck.
Yeah, no, seriously, you guys want to do that because this is basically with the setup that I'm thinking about. I mean, the only way to really kind of I can adjust the color the camera a little bit as far as like color correction and shit.
Yeah.
But this was the bare bones idea of what I was thinking about doing. So I don't know if this is something you guys are thinking about.
Well,
This is basically what we were trying to try and accomplish with words. That
Yeah.
way we could, I can't remember what network that is that James was talking about.
Spreaker.
No.
Nope.
Ooh, can we record in Spreaker and then dump that into here?
You could, yeah. That's as a matter of fact, the first couple of podcasts or vlogs they call it on here.
Okay.
Like I took the Melanie Anton interview that I did, and that one got 58 hits, by the way. That one did really well. I've gotten over the past few weeks on this, as far as like just like as far as views go, close to 300.
Okay.
Which is way more that I've gotten with on SoundCloud with just audio only.
Okay.
So there's no reason to do one or the other. I think you can do both, but.
I just know my
interesting
Spreaker numbers are retarded. I
Yeah.
can't walk away from Spreaker.
No,
Yeah.
totally. That's why
Yeah.
I think there's got to be a way to kind of.
they're so good that I think I've told a handful of people like the numbers, like people in the scene, and they look at me like, okay, and I'm like, I'm serious, and they're like, sure you are.
They can't even comprehend it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the only thing I think it comes to like a close second would be whiskey and cigarettes.
and that's not even a podcast anymore.
Well, they're back, kind of, sort of, but it's not. They're not as diligent as they used to be.
But they used to. Well, their thing was and it was a smart move on their part was to get people from Comedy Works or headliners and stuff, which
Sure.
they're there for the whole weekend. They're not really doing shit unless they got a bunch of friends.
You know how it started? They
how'd that-
scraped up like $500 and got the Sklar brothers to come do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I offered
Robert Kelly was another one. Yeah.
I offered Jackie Cation money. She's like, just donate it to charity, which that's how fucking cool she is. But she's like, I don't want your money, man. Don't worry about it. And she was super cool about it. But they got, we got them off to the races.
Yeah. They also did Greg Proops, who I heard is like a really, really good dude. Like really fucking awesome.
I heard that. Yeah, that was pretty good as well, I thought.
I'm really, really good friends with Jake Becker, so. I mean, because
nice.
Same.
I get along well with him.
Yeah.
I just don't ever see him very often.
I see him sparingly, but when I see him, it's like,
We share a love for old BMWs.
I miss my old Beamer, but I was too young to appreciate that car and take care of it the way it should have been. So.
I get it.
I should buy one of those.
Dude, I had a...
Getting old, dude, it'll change your life. It's a blast.
I had a 79 320i.
Nice.
And I never... Because I remember like in the 80s and all the yuppies were like, oh, Beamer this, Beamer that. I'm like, fuck Beamers, And then I'm driving one, and there was this turn like on an on-ramp on a freeway that I normally had to make sure that I didn't go above 40 because otherwise the car would start, getting kind of weird.
You getting loose?
Oh, dude, I took that thing at 60, and you would think that I was pulling around the corner at 25 miles per hour. The handling of that car and the way that it drove was like so magical. I was like, holy
They're
fuck.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
they're just
phenomenal pieces of
amazing.
machinery.
I've owned two. I'm helping my girlfriend rebuild hers currently. I'll own another one.
Damn.
At some point, like if I ever had the money, I would definitely get one.
Huh.
I like that 320 series. I thought they were pretty awesome. But I just got to make sure that I'm like, all right, I actually have to change the oil in this. I have to make sure the tire. I have to do the checkups on this. It's not like it's a Toyota Corolla that you can drive around with one tire off and just be like, yeah, it'll be fine. Fuck it, like. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I saw the douchiest thing or the / funniest thing I saw on the road that Jenny didn't think was funny because she's a gal. I heard the car next to me and they got the big muffler on it. All brrr. This dude was driving like a '98 Toyota Corolla with
Nice.
a huge fucking muffler on it.
Outstanding.
Just driving down the street like he's the biggest badass. I'm like, wow. I didn't think anybody would do that. I did see spinning rims on a Geo Metro once back in Arizona.
Was it the hubcaps or rims?
No, it was
the hubcaps are hilarious.
I think it was the hubcaps. Yeah, that's what it was. It was at a high school, and I'm like, nice.
Because I used to work at an auto parts warehouse, we sold those, and I was like, who the fuck is buying these things? And then the classic dude who would, like you said, Geo Metro guy, it's this dude, it was like, drinking like 18 monsters a day. Like that kind of guy. Tattoos on his body that make no sense, Nice guy, but he talks way too much about stuff you don't even know about. And he used to buy them like once a week because they would always come off.
Right.
Yeah,
I need new spinners. I need new spinners.
Yeah.
I think most of that craze stopped when Chris Rock, his special came out, Bigger and Blacker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when he was like, they spinning. I think that's when a lot of folks are like, you're right, this is kind of stupid.
This is the one where we talked about wealth and being rich and wealth, where it's like Shaq is rich. The white man who signs his paycheck, he has wealth. He's like, here you go, Shaq. Go buy yourself a bouncing car.
Right.
It was like if Bill Gates woke up with Oprah's money, he would jump out of a fucking window. But cool, you think this is, because I think this show would be great for you guys.
I like the format. So it's on a 20-second delay, you said, give or take?
Yeah, pretty much. And obviously, I did this the last time. I think time of day also matters a lot because...
Depending on how many people are in a bandwidth or whatever?
Yeah, well, I was on a Sunday because, if... I'll show you later, but, on... Hamill can see it. All right. For the community, the different communities, there's, 45 people in comedy right now. There's only 2 shows. There's not a lot of comics that are actually doing anything on here. So... there's definitely room to grow. The few comics they're basically just kind of, playing, this is me playing a video game.
Oh, yeah.
Occasionally talking about comedy and stuff, but I think it would fit really well. So I don't know. It's pretty cool. The last time I did this, there was a bunch of folks that were, starting to chime in and get involved in the chat room. Obviously, this time there's not, but,
I imagine because it's the middle of the day.
Could be, and it could be, this is worldwide right now, so...
Oh, gotcha.
I was kind of hoping some folks from the UK probably would check it out, because... I did. I took a page out of Nick Gossert's Facebook, advice when it comes to promoting shit. And where do you want the videos or your ads to play the most in? Well, I went on my stats for SoundCloud to see which were the top 5 cities that my podcast was listened to, and that's where I put it in. That's where I got the most engagement from.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had a lot of folks actually checking out from the UK. we're doing it. Obviously, they're not watching now because they're probably either work or they're actually in comedy or they're doing shit,
Taking a nap.
getting drunk. I don't know.
Maybe they're fucking.
They be fucking.
Got my fucking jeans on.
Exactly.
That's still
That's the best joke that nobody else knows. Like
That's the best inside joke
It's of a bank quality.
Up top. That's my kid.
Well, I think this is probably a good place to kind of wrap it up, man, for the inaugural Disjointed Live, which thanks so much for being a part of, man.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, the cool thing about this is even if folks miss the live broadcast, they could check it out on here, or they could check it out on YouTube at the Disjointed Podcast. They could sign up and follow me on Stitcher, on SoundCloud, and iTunes for the podcast. You can go on Spreaker, check out Use Your Words, and check out their podcast, which will be coming back pretty soon. So, for the, you guys want to plug anything for as we're wrapping up?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm hosting Devon's next week. I'm at a bar called Grandma's House tonight. It's on
Nice.
South Broadway.
That's an Ohio State bar, in case everyone wants to know. I've done that place before.
Oh, okay.
And,
It's a Buckeye bar.
yeah, Buckeye Bar.
There you go. I.O.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at, what is it? I just got signed up for this today, or was it yesterday?
Ooh, fancy.
Bar Red, 8:30 on the 12th.
Who books that? I like that room.
That is Mike Shear. He's Alex Ash's buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, 12th, and then we have a Dab Lounge.
Yeah, in August.
August, like what?
I'm looking.
Yeah.
August 3rd.
August 3rd.
Oh, nice.
Also, do I have another thing going on? So many things. I think that's it for me, honestly.
Awesome.
Oh no. This Monday coming up, I will be hosting the Goosetown Showcase. Now it's a showcase.
Nice.
Mike Stanley's the headliner. It's a Janae Burris. A few of the comics gonna be on it. But I'm hosting.
Cool.
So that's at I think 8. No, it's at 9. I think it's at 9.
Ooh, I'll get with you like that afternoon to grab the PA.
Ooh, gotcha.
Nice. Well, cool, man. And I don't have any shows coming up other than doing this, so stay tuned. So, man, all right, we'll just sign off for Just Join the Podcast. I'm Dave Jermaine.
I'm Jacob Hamill.
And I'm your mom. Go do your homework.
Exactly. Have a great week, guys.
Later.
And we're stopped.